Don't worry if you can't hear it. So as you come down to the floor, if you want to place something behind your head, you absolutely can. We're going to take a moment just to release through the back. We can hug our knees into our chest. We can circle round on our lower back. If you do take the rotations, make sure you go both directions. And make sure as well you cross your feet over the other way and you do your rotations again. I know that sounds silly, but it just helps to level off your pelvic bones. So we can also take our arms wide and just take our knee roll, but use it for mobility rather than for strength. The feet can be down on the floor, the arms can be open. You can take as many little releases here as you want to. So whenever that feels good for you, we're going to grab our towel or our strap, our band, and we're going to place that around our right foot. And then from here I'm going to bend the knee, breathe in, and breathe out, straighten the leg. So have a little bit of a release in the back of the leg first of all. Taking some time just to warm up through the muscles first. And if that leg does feel really quite tight, stay with the bend and straighten for as long as you want. Otherwise, if that feels good and you're ready to, you can start to flex the foot and point the toes. Working through the back of the calf, into the Achilles, maybe even the back of the knee, or if you're very tight in the hamstrings, you're probably going to still feel it here. So we're going to then hold that foot flex when that feels good for us. Now if we want to, we can tap into a little bit of sciatic nerve flossing. So this is where, because sometimes people can be tight not just in the muscles but actually in the nerves. This is used as more of a prevention rather than a cure for sciatica. Someone's actually experiencing sciatica, this will probably be too much for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our toes down to us. We're going to lift our head up, chin on our chest. We come up to the point of either tension or tightness, and then we lower down. So we inhale, exhale, lift when you're ready, and then lower down. Maybe do this about 3 or 4 times. And we're tapping in right in from the very top of the spinal cord, all the way right down to the bottom of the heel, where that sciatic nerve runs. When you've done your 3 or 4, head can stay down. We can turn our foot at the angle. So the toes point now towards our opposite shoulder, and we pull on our towel or our band a little bit more. So I've got an internal rotation of my foot. I notice how that stretch feels for me. I then turn the foot the other way, so the heel is in and the toes go wide. And as I pull on again, the towel or the band, I notice how that stretch feels for me. And my body will tell me where I'm tight, just like it will do with you. I then want you to think about those 3 positions, which felt deepest. So, did it feel like you get a deeper stretch with your toes in? Is it with your foot parallel, or is it with your toes out? I just want you to do that one again. Hold for as long as you want, and then whenever you're ready, you're going to hold on, same arm, same leg. We're going to open that leg wide to the side. Pelvis stays level. If we find that our other hip starts to rise, we can bring that leg back in, recorrect our pelvis, only go out as far as that feels good for you. The opposing leg can either be bent or straight, wherever you're comfortable, and you're stretching the inner thighs. Now if these are tight, they will affect someone's balance. So just take some time to release here. The other thing they'll also affect is pelvic floor dysfunction. So if someone's got excessively tight adductors, it will affect the pelvic floor being too tight. So feel free to release here as long as you want to. Again, you can flex the foot. You could also turn the toes up, and you could turn your toes down and see if that makes a difference. We're then going to bring that leg up, across the body. We'll take the band into the other hand, and you're going to pull across. The shoulder comes down into the floor. Relax the arm. You can bend this knee as much as you need, or you can straighten the leg and flex the foot, depending on where you want to stretch. I feel it more personally in my bottom and my outer part of my hip if I bend my knee. But I know some people feel it more when they straighten their leg. Everyone's different. Again, with your foot, you can have it flexed. You can turn your toes down, or you can turn your toes up and see if that makes a difference. When you feel ready, you come back. We can hold either here, or we can hold here. And then release the leg when you're ready. Give it a little shake. Bring it to the other side. So again, going back to our bend and straighten, be aware of how that feels in the back of the leg. Notice that for you. Is there tightness there? Do you need to stay here? Only when you're ready, you hold that leg straight and then start to flex and point through the foot, the ankle, the Achilles. We then tap into that little bit of flossing of the sciatic nerve. So we pull the toes down to us, head up, chin on the chest, exhale, and then release. Coming up to the point of tension or tightness, and then lowering. So you're not holding in there, you're literally flossing it out. When you've done about 3 or 4, you can hold that head down, turn the toes at the angle, pull them towards your opposite shoulder. Feel free just to feel that stretch there. Notice how that feels for you. And then turn the foot the other way, so the heel is in and the toes go wide. And again, pulling on that band or towel, whatever you've got. Think about out of the 3 positions, which do you feel is the best effective stretch for you today? That will change on a daily basis. So go to the one that feels the most effective for you. We're then going to hold on, same arm as leg, open this leg wide to the side. Again, my pelvis stays level, this hip's not rising. If it does, I can come back, recorrect, and then take it out as far as I want to go. My other leg can extend or stay bent, my choice. And with my left foot, I can flex it. I could also turn it up, see how that feels. I could also turn it down and see how that feels. And then slowly bring that up. Switch the hands over, not the feet. Pull this leg across the body. And again, you can bend your knee as much as you need to, or you can straighten your leg, flex your foot, and then move the foot if you want. So toes can turn down, heel up, or toes can turn up, heel down. Seeing again which is the most effective stretch for you. Whenever you feel ready, you can bring that up to the ceiling. Head and shoulders again could lift the floor if you want to, or they could stay down. And then release. Hugging the knees into the chest. Take a little bit of a rock. We're going to fully extend our legs down to the floor. The arms go overhead. We stretch out through the whole of the body. Stretching through the neck now. Take the hands behind the head like you're going to do a sit-up. We just gently lift the head, chin on chest, look to the feet. I'm flexing them, again to tap into a little bit of the nervous system. Lower down. As I come up this next time, I'm going to look under one arm. Turn the head as I lift. And then lower down. Change over to the other side when you're ready. And lower down. Slowly then bring that back to centre. We release through the arms. I'm going to bring one foot across the other thigh. So just focusing on a little bit of hip release and also into the back here. I'm going to push that knee open. As I do, with my arms wide, I'm going to drop the knee down towards the floor. So not only am I dropping it, but I'm still pushing it away from me. My shoulders are my stabilisers. They're my anchors here in the floor. I'm coming over the other way, and I'm going to place that foot as close to the floor as I can. As I do it, I push my knee open as much as I can. Possibly getting a stretch here in that outer thigh into the hip. And then as I come to centre, I'm going to do that shoulder bridge with the hip opener that we did earlier. And then rolling down. Change that over to the other side. Foot comes across. Push the knee away as much as you can. Drop the knee down to the floor with your shoulders connected, anchoring me down into the ground. Coming over the other way, the foot goes down towards the floor as close as you can. Don't worry if you can't touch. Push that knee open. Feel that opening up through our hip. And then when you come back, we lift the hips up. And then slowly lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. Gentle pull onto the knees. And the option is to either roll on one side or to little rock on your back to bring you up to sitting. Sit comfy for you. So I don't want you to feel like you've got to sit with your legs crossed. Here if you want to, and you can sit on a rolled up towel, or you could sit on a block. We're just going to place one hand down, the other hand over, and stretch the waist. Change over to the other side when you're ready. The hands are going to come back behind us and we're going to lift the chest. And then slowly fold over. Just as far as you want to go. Stretch out through the back. As you come back, feel free if you want to take the head over to one side. You don't have to. But you might want to apply just a little bit of pressure there, stretching the neck. We can relax that arm down. And then take that over to the other side. So again, a gentle pull. But don't feel you have to. Relax that arm. here, I want you to come back to your breath. So feel free to place the hands on the rib cage, or maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the ribs. And if you want to, close your eyes and just take a moment to connect that breath again. So you're going to breathe in and breathe out and feel the breath and the body work as one. So as you're breathing in, you're feeling your rib cage expand, your belly expand. As you're breathing out, you're feeling them move back inwards. And again, some of you might prefer to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And some of you might prefer to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So taking a moment here, again, just to almost allow our body to accept the work that we've just done. If you want to place one hand then to the heart, or maybe just relax your hands, or maybe stay with your hands to your breath. I just want you to listen to these words and allow them to sink into your soul. Be the person that you are meant to be, not the person that you think you should be, or the person that others want you to be. Look in the mirror and say hello to the warrior, goddess, or God staring back at you. Befriend them, support them, and love them, and let them open their wings to soar. We take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to slowly bring ourselves round back into our released posture. Again, feel free to take those knees as wide as you want them. Allow the body to sink down. We can take the hands over again to the right hand side of the room, the left hand on top, head comes down low. And then change over to the other side when that feels good for you. Bringing the hands then back to centre. We take a breath, and as we exhale, we're going to turn our toes under, lift up through our hips, and feel a calf stretch again here. By all means, bending through one knee, feeling the stretch in the other leg, letting that release. We bring our hands back towards our feet. Now you can either roll up, or you can bring your hands towards your thighs and then gently roll. As we come up to standing, release your shoulders. We're going to take a deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, you let go of any last little bit of tension from the body. Another breath. As you exhale now, let go of any last limitations that you might be holding on to within yourself. Any last little bit of negativity or self-doubt. And then one more time. And as you exhale this time, you stand taller, you stand stronger, standing in your power. Take your right arm up and your left. Your right hand forward and your left. Right palm in and the left. And give yourselves and each other